To become the most effective and efficient manager in any organization, there are four shifts which are required. One is mind shift, second is behavioral shift, third is skill shift, and fourth is system shift. Now, what are these shifts all about? Let's talk about each individual element. What do I mean by mind shift? When I say mind shift, a person must have willingness to adapt, willingness to adapt newer changes that are existing in the organization, that are going to happen in the organization, a willingness to change and adapt his behavioral pattern as per the expectation of his employees, so as to influence a candidate, and have a learning ability, learn to live, learn to move forward, and anticipate uncertainties and be prepared to learn on those uncertainties. And the most important aspect is that the person need to be very open-minded in nature. Now, the second point which I was talking about is the skill shift. What do I mean? What do I mean by the skill shift? It's all about solving the complex problems, minimizing the errors as much as he can, and being a most effective critical thinker. Thinking ability needs to go up, and he need to be most efficient in that manner. So having a creative mindset, being the most idea generator, and the most important aspect of skill shift required is that adapt the skill set to change. Okay, and building the personal knowledge mastery is the most important. Without the personal knowledge mastery, you won't be able to influence any subordinates. So mind shift, skill shift. The third aspect is that the behavior shift. What do I mean by behavior shift? It's all about understanding the short term versus the long term aspect. What are the short term goals, and what are the long term goals, and how do I need to change my behavioral pattern so that I am able to achieve the short term goals and the long term goals. And as I said, thinking, visualizing, imagining is the most important factor, and focusing on intrinsic motivation is the most important. Many times mind gets distracted. Many times we think of what other person is achieving. We focus on those things, and we get demotivated. Most of the times we see that someone is gaining, someone is achieving, someone is getting rewarded, awarded, and he is being recognized more, and due to which we think that we are not able to, and that inferiority feeling will pull us down many a times. Rather, we need to think as how can I build the skills and competencies, so that I also start doing the way the other person is able to do it, the way the other person is achieving it. Those elements need to be motivational, inspiring factor, so that I also start adapting, I also start changing my behavior to achieve that, rather than suppressing my mind and going low. Okay, so internal mindset is the most important, the positive mindset, right? So intrinsic factor and a positive mindset, self motivation is the most important, right? And I always talk about the art of suggestion. Reframing your mind with positive words is the key most important. All right. The fourth aspect is that system shift. Okay, it's all about rethinking as how organization is operating, what kind of ecosystem that I need to build in the organization, what operational changes that I need to make as a manager, what technological changes that I need to bring in the organization to ensure that my subordinates start performing using those technologies, and what are the strategic changes that I need to make, so that I'm able to foresee the changes that are going to happen, and I'm strategically thinking to see to that any hurdles that are forthcoming are going to be handled with the ecosystem that I'm going to build in. So these are the four aspects which are the most important. One is mind shift, second is a skill shift, third is a behavioral shift, and fourth is system shift. So if a manager is able to adapt to these shifts, manager is able to understand the positive aspects of this shift, I'm sure he would instill and incorporate these things, and see to that he implements and execute in an effective and efficient manner, and thereby make his great presence in the organization by performing better.